right, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of the XBL Party Podcast. We got, as you can see, we got a very packed show here for you, but I'm sure it's going to be a really great time, and nothing's gonna go wrong here, unless Ash and BMG decides to fuck up something with the stream. But yeah, we guys, you can see, we it has begun. It has begun. We got Ash. We got the bald blonde BMG. We got the ginger bastard Gina, and we got Luke Steele, as well as we got the CEO of Toys for Bob, Mr. KY Jelly himself in KY Bob. And I am your host, Fabio, the leader of the Milky Mafia. Gentlemen, welcome.
Evening.
Great.
Hello.
Everyone's just that great. That's such a great start.
Feel the energy.
Well, to be honest, Fabio, whenever me and Ash do it, we give people proper intros, not just like just all the names like it's some cheap hooker that you just picked up on a Saturday night after a kebab.
I'm sorry. Would you like it? Okay, so this is BMG. There is Ash. You want?
You're just doing it again. You're just doing it again. But doing it slower.
Again.
Sorry, just give me a second. I've got to take my pants off. It's getting a bit warm.
Great. Amazing.
Why do you think I'm not on cam? I'm in like a proper grungy like wife beater vest that's got like food stains on it that I'm sleeping in, and I'm like I could put a t-shirt on and cook. But nah.
Like he decided to wait for us to start the fucking thing so he could do that on camera for some reason.
It just went warm all of a sudden. I've not been in here all day, and it's gone really, really warm. So it's like the pants are off now. Everything can hang free.
Yeah, nice.
I think better without pants.
He was getting rushes from that introduction you gave him.
Amazing. So let's go with what we've been playing. So, Mr. Luke Steele. Wait. I am going to do this.
What was before in the thing that you said you were going to do? You were going to sing the national anthem.
Who is the host in this fucking thing? I'm sorry.
I was waiting for the national anthem. I thought that's what you said you were going to sing before we did it.
So look, start singing then.
Well, I can't sing the national anthem of Brazil. I could give it a go, but I think it'd be wrong.
It's related to something with Burger King.
Go with the UK.
Or milk.
Go with the UK one then.
No.
Why
Awful.
Awful.
Well, what have you been playing?
There'll be no singing. What have I been playing? I haven't actually been playing too much because I've been extremely busy at work. But the only thing I have been playing is Elden Ring, funnily enough.
Nice.
So I never finished it. I got about 35 hours in when it first came out, and then I sort of put it on hold because invariably I got stuck at something. And I never went back. And obviously with the DLC dropping, I thought, I might give this another go. I had to mod it because I'm playing it on PC, and you can't, it's just a kind of shit PC port. It's like From Software being dickheads basically, because you can't it's all capped at like 60, which I know sounds like, oh, woe is me, you can only play at 60, but there's not even an option to uncap it,
like PC second tier type thing. No,
yeah, exactly. And you can't change the FOV. Like, there's all sorts of weird things. So I thought, well, okay, I'll mod it. But unfortunately, if you mod it, you basically have to play it offline because they deem it, like, they'll see it as cheating, even though you're not actually doing anything that's enabling you to benefit from the game apart from a higher frame rate. So I've had to download all sorts of mods, and I finally got it running at 120 FPS, and I've changed the FOV, and it's really good. And I've played it for like another 10 hours, so I'm really enjoying it.
Awesome, really, really awesome. So, Ash, what have you been playing?
Well, before I get into that, I'm just going to say, welcome everybody to the 150th. Since we hadn't even bothered talking about it,
I was
focused podcast.
Why
on the XPN Network channel?
It needs to be like you wanted. Like, why was there no way I would talk about that right after the intros, the proper intros, right? So great.
You're fired already. First day, fired.
Like I was the host for 5 minutes and a half, and Jin is already saying hashtag. Wow, it's great.
Hashtag Fabio out. No, but yeah, it's been a long couple of years. This is the 150th podcast we've done. I think we've done 148 of them live. These are Xbox focused ones. I think we've done about, if my math's correct, I think this is the 217th or 218th different podcast on the episode on the channel. There's been obviously multiple iterations. We had the XBL Party Podcast. We had the UK, the US. We've had multiple iterations. But weirdly, just randomly, I thought I'd count them up the other day, and this one equals 150. So Redders has gone. So instead of calling it the 2024, rest in peace, Redders, we just retconning some stuff, and they've all amalgamated into 150. It's a nice round number to kick it off with ongoing greatness. So shout out to everyone who's here in this episode right now has been on this channel multiple times. Obviously, Fabio, BMG, and myself are on it currently. Fabio's bestie, while not at Clash at the Castle, was on the show for quite a while. We had Bob, who was on the show. He also hosted the XBL USA show for a while. And we've got Luke, who has been a regular guest many, many times. And a big shout out to everyone else. Obviously, Redders, there's Sentinel, Alucard. He's nearly out. He's nearly done his time in prison for his multiple murders. Slayer, and multiple people over the last couple of years that I can't remember. All the guests we've had quite a few. Some great, some not so great. Randolph, looking at you. But we've had some great people on the show. It's been awesome. Thank you very much for coming on. And thank you to everyone who watches. So, and all like the people that have been with us, Thimber, Muppet, all you guys that tune in every bloody week and are in chat as the show started does mean a lot to us. So yeah, thank you. You look, you've made Bob that like happy. He's got that emotion. He's had to come off screen for a minute. Look at you. So thank you very much. Round of applause for everyone. ES2 another 150.
Hashtag bring back PSN.
It's there for you, mate.
We can. Why wouldn't you do it then?
Wait for Reddit to die before I could do anything.
But yeah, first.
I was shoved in far back, down in the basement, out the way with the one-eyed cousin / brother.
Oh, I forgot we've got to add Bob back in.
Great.
Sorry, I think I got a camera going out, and I was just checking my connections, and when I unplugged the mic accidentally, it kicked me, and then I unplugged the camera and replugged it. So hopefully the camera doesn't go out again. Hopefully I just had a bad connection. I need to buy another camera.
I mean, have you put KY jelly on your cameras for it to have some?
Actually, it works really good to keep moisture out of electrical connections. So yes.
Great.
But yeah, it's a big shout out to everyone. I don't know if you heard all that, Bob, but yeah, thank you, guys. It's been a good ride. 850 more if Xbox isn't dead by then, because Xbox is dead according to Twitter every day.
It has no game.
Third party, baby.
Games, no hardware.
Third party.
XBL
PlayStation going to be good.
Yeah. XBL what? XBL 4 Party Podcast? Is that
That's it. XBL Amazon Fire Stick podcast it is after today. But yeah, so it's been good. It's been good, and we've got loads of stuff planned. But what I've been playing, the main thing I've been playing this week, Thirsty Suitors on GamePass. What a game! It's like it's hard to describe. It's like a very inclusive sort of imagine like what is it? Scott Pilgrim, where all the you have to fight for all the exes. Basically, all your exes are ganging up on you. You've come back to your hometown after being away for years. All your exes hate you, and they're plotting against you. And mix that with a cooking mini games, skateboarding, and like Tony Hawk sections, and then turn-based what's the word? suitor battles, and that's Thirsty Suitors in a nutshell. With like an Indian like family theme, so you're cooking like all these Indian food and stuff like that, and then just stupidity where like you're fighting one of your exes and he likes his cat a bit too much, so his cat sort of like morphs into like a giant talking cat, and you have to fight his cat for him. It's funny, it's weird, it's really hard to describe, but it's on Game Pass. It's one of those weird little indie games from Annapurna, I think it is. So yeah, really fun, and I'm about 80%, 90% of the way through it now. I'm just sort of finishing off the game because you can, before you finish the game, you can mop up all the achievements and side quests and stuff like that. So that's the main game I've been playing. I've also been playing Crow Country at last. What a good game. It's basically like Silent Hill, Resident Evil with Final Fantasy VII graphics. Really fun, really, really good. Playing that on PC at the moment. But then I'm going away next week, so I've got a load of like stuff ready to play on my Steam Deck and stuff to give that a good bit of playing because I hadn't touched it in ages. So it'd be nice to actually like dust it off and I'm on like a 4-hour car ride and stuff. So yeah.
So you're not gonna have a proper holiday with the family and everything.
Nah,
you're just gonna play games. So you're gonna do what you do at home.
No, I'm going to play the games that I never get time to play. I've got a reason to ignore them all when it's a holiday. I've also picked up Luigi's Mansion 2. Picked that up the other day, so I'm going to play that on my Switch.
Nice.
Awesome. So, Mr. BMG, what have you been playing?
Well, the only game that is any of importance in the world today has to be Destiny 2, The Final Shape. 93 on Metacritic, the best live service FPS game on the planet today, as Fabio loves to hear because he's dying to get back into it. But yeah, that's all. To be honest, most of my time's been taken up on Destiny, getting the story done, cracking on with the episode 1 Echoes, Act 1 that's out now, so cracking on with that. So I won't bore people with that. But I have picked up. I was just started it earlier. Cult of the Lamb, which the indie gamer would be, hopefully sat down when I say it. I picked up an indie game. I'm known for playing plays, but an indie game.
What the fuck?
Well, I've always wanted my own cult, so I can name all the little dudes after everyone. I can have Red as eating shit, which is, probably about right.
Have you named one of your followers as Red as they were?
Yeah. Oh, there's going to be, once I build my cult up a bit more, we're going to have a Fabio, we're going to have an Ash. Let's have a Jinner as well. Jinner will be like, I don't know, it'll be.
Well, there's Lamb, so he'll fit right in.
Yeah. So I've just started playing that, so I'm looking forward to getting more into that, building up my cult. Sacrificing some people, who could be first? Fabio, I don't know, possibly. But but that's all I've really been playing. With work's been absolutely crazy, so I've not really had chance to play much. But between Destiny and starting Cult of the Lamb, and I did play a game of Marvel Snap before, which
of course you're playing Marvel Snap. Of course,
it's so good. It's just so good. All the new changes they brought into it, all the new cards. It's like.
I mean, have you lost a bit of your hype for Helldivers 2 or something like that?
I've not had a chance to jump back into it yet, to be honest. But no, Helldivers 2 is very much still at the forefront. I will get some more playtime in it soon. It's just Destiny 2 just dropped a couple of weeks ago, so that had to take priority. And then Cult of the Lamb got on offer.
Is that expansion like so gigantic for it to take such a long time? I don't know how it works. Honestly.
It's like they've kind of like the last Witch Queen was the last good expansion. Lightfall was awful. It was dog turd. But they delayed the Final Shape by a year, and it's kind of like the best expansion and content they have added to the game and brought to the game. It's completely changed things. All new content, all new way of doing things, and I think it's just grabbed a lot of people. But to be one of the highest rated games on Metacritic this year, says a lot. But yeah, there's just so much in there, and there's so much more I've got to play. They've come away from seasons. They're doing episodes. There's 3 episodes this year over the 12 months, and they teased a Destiny 2 Frontiers for next year, year 11 of a live service game. So I've got a feeling we're going to be going to different places to what we're used to. So, but yeah, that's where my main time is at the moment with Destiny.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Gina?
Yeah, I just finished this week a game called Still Wakes the Deep. You might have heard of it.
I completely forgot that I also finished that last
You had your chance, look, you cannot say anymore.
It's fantastic, isn't it? I think the voice acting on there is incredible.
Voice acting is very good. Yeah.
Really enjoyed that game. Although I did play the GamePass version, which on PC doesn't allow you to enable DLSS or any fancy features. You have to buy the game to get them.
Yeah, it's really, really annoying. I actually played it on Series X as a result.
Oh
yeah.
Oh,
are
PC in the business? Can't handle it.
I still managed to get over 60. Just. I had to turn the settings down from like high.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got there. It looked good. It's a great game.
What, on your potato PC?
Hey,
I thought you were buying like an ultra PC that could run everything at max.
Can you see the PC right behind you?
Have you not seen the lights on it?
Spent more money on lights than he has on RAM.
Wait there a second.
Hang on.
That's just for the lights. It's not working. It's just
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
So the game ran at like 12 FPS and looked like a bag of shit. And
if I put it on this setting,
it's because the light PlayStation.
This setting is voice activated. So every time I speak, it changes colors. I mean, you don't get that on your Xbox, do you?
No,
it's like you're having a disco in your kitchen.
No, but I don't need a spreadsheet. I don't need an Excel spreadsheet and go across the lines to see if my computer can play a game. I just click and play.
He's also just spent 15 quid on electric doing that.
Yeah, 20 now. It's going all night. So yeah, I played Still Wakes the Deep. Fantastic game. I've been playing and really enjoying Humanity.
That was on PlayStation previously, wasn't it?
PlayStation exclusive was that? Yeah.
Yeah, I downloaded it on my PS5. Never played it. And now I've started playing it now, and it's so addictive. It is just like Lemons used to be on the Mega Drive. It gives me that vibe so much, but obviously with thousands of people on the screen and 3D graphics.
Moving quicker.
Yeah, it's so good. And everyone's playing Elden Ring, and I'm not really a Souls-like guy. But every now and then I'll pick one up to see if I've changed and if I can do one. So I'm currently playing Lords of the Fallen, and I'm about 3 hours into that. And I gotta say, the new one. And so far, I'm still not a Souls-like guy. But I'm pushing through to see if something changes.
Did you play the Jedi games?
Oh, I've played all of them. Yeah, they're fantastic.
Well, they're Souls-like games.
No, they're not.
No.
Yes, they are. They're Souls-like.
No. They're not necessarily Souls-like.
Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor.
No,
they have some elements.
Just admit, the game was too hard for you, so you call it Souls-like. You just looked at it.
It's a Souls-like game.
I hate Souls-like games. It's like Souls-like is like my most disliked genre because, like, if I wanted to be abused, I'd just go talk to wife. I wouldn't stay at home. I wouldn't play video games. I mean, or I'd get someone to hit me with sticks. Like, I don't need to be made to feel like shit. Like, why anyone wants to play a game that's so frustrating that you don't finish it? I don't get. Play games for fun.
Eternal, then.
No, I'm not.
You don't like playing Mega Man?
Mega Man?
Mega Man's a classic.
Mega Man's a classic. It's still hard, though.
And it's hard as fuck.
Yeah, I'll play. Do you know what, though? Old games were hard because they only last about 15 minutes. And they had to drag that 15 minutes out for like 20 hours. So really, if you were good at the game and it was at a normal difficulty, it'd take 5 seconds. But they're like, no, we're going to throw enemies off the screen at you and stuff.
How
everything.
long does it take for you to get good?
Well, on Mega Man, quite a while because it's not that great a game. But Souls-like in general, Dark Souls, meh. Elden Ring looked cool. I liked the look of Elden Ring. It appealed a little bit to me, but then I was just like, it's just going to play like Dark Souls in it. So, I may as well just go and pour some thumbtacks out and sit on them and roll around a little bit and get us the same amount of enjoyment out of them. I mean,
sounds like a fantasy.
Oh yeah, Rhea Ripley does it to me. It's fine. So
all right. So Mr. KY Bob, what have you been playing?
Well,
You don't know?
I've dove back into Generation Zero. Skyfire update is out. Can't believe they're still releasing updates for that game. Still Wakes the Deep on Series X. And a lot of Steam games. I have really embraced Steam for their early access and survival games, and I don't know. It's like, I think people that carry this PC gaming stigma about, like you said earlier, BMG, the spreadsheet. Wow, it is so not like that anymore. I mean, you literally hook your Xbox Series controller up to your PC through Bluetooth and start Steam up, especially when you have it set to start in big picture mode. It feels just like a console, and the buttons are already mapped out for the controller.
There was a news article earlier today
as well. It's quite fun. I do like using that with my controller.
Yeah, there was a news article earlier today saying that more and more people on PC are switching to controller.
Yes, because scumboys like you are switching from console to PC, but you can't shake your dirty console habit. So instead of using a mouse, you're still using your fucking Xbox pads.
Yeah. The majority of people on PC are using the Xbox controller, right?
Yeah, 59% of controller players use an Xbox pad, which is fair because the Xbox pad's
more
the best.
comfortable, I think.
No, the DualSense is the best.
It's not. It's good. It's the best PlayStation controller.
Yeah, it's the best PlayStation controller, but that's also like saying Elden Ring's the best start. The best Souls. Like, it doesn't mean shit. It's still crap.
The only thing that's changed with the Xbox controller, they added a share button, which was exciting.
It didn't know why they didn't have it. Was so good.
Exactly. You know why there wasn't not so many changes, because it was already very good.
No, it's not. See, we've got adaptive triggers on here.
They are so annoying.
A superior controller.
Adaptive triggers. Playing God of War.
Finger
cut logs.
You got yourself a vibrator on your hands.
All I need is Jim Ryan to sign it now, and I'll be complete.
Nice.
All you need is more than 2 hours battery life.
I've got a restraining order, so I'm not allowed near his house. Technical reasons, can't go into.
Wow.
Did he get you a cookie on the way out the door? I imagine he'd have kept one for you.
No. I was looking on eBay, see if I could bid on one, but they were like 300 quid. So
did you manage to get yourself a button saying "Thank you, Jim Ryan" or something like that?
I'd love one. Where's it? I go. No, I can't now.
Where's your poster?
I did have a poster of Jim Ryan. I did. I think the wife took it down. I think she got sick of it being on the wall.
What about the pillow? Do you have yourself a pillow of Jim Ryan or something like that?
No, I've got the pillow of my face that I got the wife one wedding anniversary, but she's hid it and I can't find it. So
it's called "Put It in the Bin."
I hope not, because that wasn't cheap.
I don't know.
I'll see if I can find it once. I'll be back.
Out of nowhere, you see a fire starting. You know what's happening now. There we go.
But yeah, other than that, I pride myself in really trying to play everywhere. Like, I was already deep into Steam and PC gaming before, like, Dragon's Dogma 2 came out. I didn't get it on PC. I got it on my Xbox. Still Wakes the Deep. I'm playing it on my Xbox. It just, it's Generation Zero. I'm playing it on both of them. It's just, wherever I feel more comfortable playing the game, and where I think is on Steam, I'm really not part of the community per se. So I don't have a whole lot of friends on Steam other than a select few. And when I'm on, they're never on. But I know on Xbox, I've got that huge community. So if it's a game that I think I might be playing co-op with other people, then 9 times out of 10, I get it on my Xbox.
Yeah, same.
There you go.
Fair enough. Awesome.
Before we move on, Luke, have you played the Alan Wake 2 DLC yet?
I played only about 10 minutes of it. I bought it, and I played the 10-minute. Oh Jesus Christ! I played 10 minutes of the first episode, but I've not played any more than that.
Because I need to repurchase it now that I can't play it on my Series S. So I need to rebuy it on Epic Games Store and play through it again. But I know as soon as I buy it, they'll release it on Steam and everywhere else. PC.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Please don't take that away. Oh my Lord.
She hid it in the spare room, and I said, "Why is it not in the bedroom?" She goes, "I'm not keeping it in there anymore." So I had it sat because we've got in the corner. We've got a rocking chair. There's like different things on it, and I had it sat like just sat on the chair, like staring at it.
Somehow the face on that pillow looks more 3D than your face does on the camera.
Yeah, you do have a good point there.
There's more detail.
Very good points. So yeah, what I have been playing. So yeah, basically some Halo Infinite. Yes, I am playing Husky raids like crazy all the time, especially now that they are like Husky raid Muppet. And yeah, like right now they are going to be soon enough adding the brand new Operation Anvil, which I think is good because like you are getting more stuff to unlock. But yeah, it is not going to be adding so much content to the game itself, but still has a lot of fun to be had in Halo Infinite. And I've been also playing some Starfield, where thankfully to the mod community, I am capable of playing on my Series S Starfield with more than 30 FPS, because there is a mods there where you get uncapped frame rates. And even though you do have, of course, you need a bit more tweak in there to be 100% perfect, you do end up getting a little bit of screen tearing, but like it's just a negative part, a very small negative part of a really good mod, because like playing this game on higher frame rates than 30 FPS, I don't care, like it can be 40, it can be 50, it can be 60, like in dungeons it is close to 60. In big cities full of people, it drops to like 38, 35 or something like that. And I don't care, like the feeling is just good to play with higher frame rates. It is a totally new experience. And I actually managed to get that mod working and also being able to unlock achievements with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it that I've been playing.
I didn't think anyone else was playing Halo now. I thought that everyone switched to Gears.
No.
They had one good trailer in 10 years. And all the Gears guys like, we're back! We're so back! It's like, all right, calm down. Have a moment.
We're so back, there's no gameplay, but we're back, baby!
I do like Gears of War, though. But no, he just reminded me, Fabio, I also reinstalled Starfield this week.
Nice.
And I've jumped back onto it. It's beautiful. Like I'm just going planet to planet, exploring solar systems.
I saw your screenshots on Twitter. Like, are you playing on PC? Looks really good.
Yeah, it doesn't look as good as Luke's, where you can smell the screenshots, but yeah, it looks nice. It looks a lot better than it did on the underpowered Xbox thing. Yeah, terrible.
The Xbox thing.
Because you use Series S, that's why.
I'm stuck.
It's very true.
Starfield
I kept
right
my
now.
Series S.
Are you what, Bob?
I'm stuck on I said I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna play Starfield, and so I tried it, and when I load in, I'm in the middle of a space battle. I don't know how it saved it right there, but I'm in the middle of a space battle, and it's been so long I can't remember the controls, so I can't get out of the space battle alive, and I just die. And after I died like 3 or 4 times, I was like, "Yeah, fuck this! I'm gonna go play something else."
Wait! Isn't there any chance that you can just load a previous save where you are not on the space battle? And then you remember the controls, and then
I think I was relying on the auto save in Starfield. I don't think I have any individuals.
What the?
I know.
What the?
Yeah.
I can't remember how to use my powers. And I can't be asked going into the controls and looking, so I'm just going around shooting people.
No, like your 2 top ones together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Left and right bumper.
There we go. And I'm so lazy. I haven't remapped my layout to have A as jump, so I'm still running around. Even though I've got the 2 buttons on the back, I keep pressing A and it's not doing anything. And then I have to keep remembering it's Y to jump because I'm too lazy to remap it. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow, probably.
Oh my lord. Okay, fair enough. So, gents, let's get the show started because like we've been like 30 minutes saying what we've been playing because Mr. Ash decides to take 20 minutes for himself to talk about what he's been playing for some goddamn reason. But
I think you're fine. I did your introduction correctly, good sir.
Did you do it? I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, so you want to be the host?
Oh, look, he's spied them.
Did we skip what Gina had been playing?
No, I went. I did skip. Yeah. Also, I can't believe it's the 150th episode, and Ash is hiding his face behind an avatar.
I didn't want to spoil it for you by like it's been too sexy.
Yeah,
there's no risk of that. You're fine.
I'll go for a piss in a minute, and I'll put a t-shirt on. All right. So
no, let's see without t-shirt.
Yeah, come on. Have you got a wife? Have you got the wife beater on in the carousel?
I have. I've got it's a wife beater where I spilt some like my fucking dinner down it yesterday, so it's still a bit stained and shit. But I sleep in it, so I'm not. It's too hot to put fucking like clothes on. I'm sat here in my fucking Xbox branded shorts though. I'll give you that.
Classy.
And I'm like monged out like a fucking beach whale. I should have someone like throwing water on me and stuff. It's just too hot. Don't need this shit. I got the world's worst fan in here. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I'm supposed to have it. This is my part of my holiday.
You chose to be here. You said
because
you wanted to be
I didn't
here.
come for the 150th. Fabio wouldn't do a good fucking intro, and I was right.
You didn't fucking wait for me to continue the thing. And
do the introduction at the intro of this episode. Go on, you do your intro now. Go on, Fabio, do your intro. We're waiting.
Yeah, we're half hour in. It's a good time for an intro.
We already talk about a fucking intro. God damn it. Okay, so yeah, guys, we are like after the Xbox Game Showcase, and I think everyone here really enjoyed what we saw there. Sure, of course, for some people it might be not like being the best thing ever, but overall it was very positive for every single Xbox gamer there. And honestly, it kind of makes us have that feeling of, okay, what else is Xbox going to be showing? And yeah, there we go. They just announced that they are going to be at GamesCom. So what do you guys think? Are we going to see something new? Are we going to see details that we haven't seen on the Xbox Game Showcase? Would we see like games that were announced to be released this year, but we didn't see at the Xbox Game Showcase, like Towerborn or something like that? What do you guys think?
I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out halfway through that, Fabio. So I'll let someone else go first, and then I'll gather what you were talking about from there.
Great. Great.
Go on, BMG, you answer him. Go on.
Go on, BMG.
Well, obviously, yeah. So they announced the Xbox is going to be coming big at Gamescom. They're going to have a huge booth with all these different games that are going to be shown. They did announce, I'm just trying to quickly find it. They actually announced some of the games that are going to be there. And I believe Towerborn is going to be one of them, which a lot of people thought was going to be the Xbox game show. I can't find the list, so it's going to have to wait. But yeah, it'd be nice to see, because there was a lot of games that they could have announced that they didn't announce. I think when Phil Spencer's interview said there was more stuff to show as the year goes on, because you obviously got Gamescom, so there's a lot more games you could see, maybe some more third-party partnerships, because like IOI Interactive, they have, it was Project Dragon, but they've renamed it, haven't they? Is it Project Fantasy they've renamed it to now?
Are they helping with Contraband as well?
IOI? No, I don't think IOI are. No, I don't think it's IOI. Because they're working on the Xbox game, or what's now assuming is going to be multi-platform game, and James Bond. That's what they're working on. All their teams are working on at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's there's a lot more games they could go through. You've got I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't. Contraband. So I was thinking of Concord.
I mean, why?
I think you're having a stroke, mate. Can you lift your arms?
I mean, come on, wait. Is everyone zoned out for some reason?
I'm trying to find the thing that they announced what was going to be there. But there's just that many new news articles. Everything's stopped to disrespect at the moment.
Like they are going to be showing like games like more about. Like I think they are going to be showing more stuff
Allegedly.
like Avowed or Indiana Jones, like games that we already saw from the Xbox Game Showcase. But like I'm curious, would we be like seeing something like Towerborn, which we know it is supposed to be coming this year, but
Towerborn's confirmed it's going to be at GameScom.
It is.
Yeah, it's confirmed it's going to be at GameScom. You're going to see a bit more Call of Duty. Maybe we get something else from Rare, because Rare have been working on Everwild for the past 5 years.
Neverwild.
Sea of Thieves has printed too much money. They don't care.
Yeah. So there's a lot more games that can show. There's some studios. What studios have we not heard from that we didn't hear from the showcase?
Double Fine. I want to see some Double Fine.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they were.
Have they not been shut down? I thought they were getting shut down.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Might be next week then.
They still got like
Tim Schafer.
Tim Schafer, thank you.
They won't bin off the Schafer. He's too much of a visionary.
Unless he leaves.
Unless he leaves. The moment the big leadership leaves is the moment they're like, yeah, fuck it, we are just going to shut you down and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
but like Bob, Luke, what do you guys think? Are we going to see something like really different from what we saw before on the Xbox Game Showcase, or is it going to be like just the same thing?
Well, I think they said it's going to be the largest booth that, and I was at Gamescom the year before last, and it was huge then. To even imagine that it's going to be their biggest one that they've ever had there tells me that you're going to be able to play a lot of things. I mean, they're probably going to have Age of Mythology. I mean, a lot of what we saw at the showcase, a lot of it's probably going to have a curated experience on the floor in the booth for people to try. I don't know if we're going to necessarily get anything that we haven't already seen. Because they didn't really go. If we do get anything, maybe more any official news on a handheld. Other than that, maybe updates on what we've already seen. Maybe we'll get a look into what Double Fine's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think mainly it's just going to be actual gameplay on the floor. Otherwise, I mean, you don't need a big booth to put on a big show. They weren't really saying that it was going to be a huge show, but their presence on the floor was going to be huge. So it's going to be one of those things where I think you're going to get more out of it if you go than if you watch.
Yeah. Fair enough. Luke?
Yeah, I agree. I think they'll have a lot to play if you're there, but I don't see them making any big announcements or anything like that. One, because they don't have a show. The only show for Gamescom is Opening Night Live, which is Keighley's. So they could announce something there, something smaller, perhaps maybe show a bit more of, I don't know, Indiana Jones or something. But I don't think, when they're talking about their biggest presence, it's talking about the booth and the things you're there to play. So if you are there, it'll be great because there will be a lot to play. But I think for people at home, probably not that much.
Yeah, fair enough. I do agree that I think that is going to be like a really great event for people that are going to be there, but not necessarily something that, oh my god, if they do a live stream of that, like it's going to be a second showcase, it's going to have everything from the others. I really do not think that we are going to be seeing something like from Double Fine or Rare, like anything that was not announced on the Xbox Game Showcase, or that was already confirmed to be released this year, like Towerborn, I don't think we are going to be seeing at Gamescom.
But where would they put it? Because they've got that amount of studios and that much content now. You've got to put it somewhere. And if you can get stuff at Gamescom, Tokyo Game Show, and then do a developer direct, 'cause you're not going to have another big show from Xbox this year. The E3, quote unquote, is the time they do the big show.
Yes.
And then the next show we get is the developer direct in January. So wouldn't you take advantage of these other shows that have everyone's eyes on them, not just Xbox fans, but have game industry-wide eyes on them, the Gamescom, Tokyo Game Show, and whatever else there is, Game Awards.
Game Awards.
Wouldn't you get... Yeah, but wouldn't you get these other games that you haven't announced yet, that you've still got to announce, whether they're coming later this year, coming next year? Why wouldn't you put them in them shows? Surely it's going to work out cheaper than putting a whole other show together, because then it kind of takes the magnitude and the specialness of E3 time if you're going to have 2 big shows a year to show off all your content. Because like I say, we're going to be at that point now with the amount of studios they've got where there's games that are going to be like Nintendo, where they're finished and complete and they just shove them, in the back pocket until they need them.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to that point with Xbox. But it's like, to keep Xbox in the media, in the front of people's minds and things like that, in the news cycle, these other big events a year that isn't just Xbox focused. Surely you would not just show what you've already announced, but show some things that you haven't announced yet.
Like when it comes... Go on, Gina.
I say they need to keep some back to show off at the secret Sony September showcase. Now that they're multi-plat,
it's coming.
They can't show everything off in one go, can they?
I tell you, when that happens, PSN will be here and we'll shove it all down your throats. How we told you it was coming.
You'll finally have something.
It's a year later, but it's coming.
Yeah,
there's a lot coming. We've lost VR support, but we've got Discord now.
You are soon enough going to be getting yourself the Concord beta, the Lego game, which is available on Switch as well. But yeah,
that is the word. I can't believe we got that announcement with Marvel Rivals. It's literally the exact same game, but one's a Marvel skin, one's like a sci-fi skin. It's like, why would you do that?
One's paid for.
One's free and one's like $50. It's like, why would you cannibalize yourself like that? That's just got disaster written all over it.
I think
but we are getting an Astrobot.
Yeah, Astrobot looks really good.
Astrobot, yeah. It's
amazing.
I still play now and again Astrobot, which everybody got free with a PlayStation 5 console. It came pre-installed on the console, which is so much fun. Shows all the features off the DualSense. It's a good game. But it's like, I think they've just invested that much into it and that far into development after they bought the studio. It's like, they've kind of just got to see it through now instead of just cancel it. Let's just see it through. It's probably why Last of Us multiplayer got cancelled, so they could focus on getting this one out.
What, Astrobot?
But
no.
Get rid of it.
There we go. But like,
I forgot his beard dye.
But like continuing with the topic of like Gamescom itself, like, why don't I think that Xbox is going to do something big and show like unannounced games or something like that? Because I'm trying to be realistic, because over and over I was trying to think to myself, no, they will use this chance to show what they were not able to show at other events or something like that. They haven't done it. They don't do it for some reason. Like the marketing team there, I hope right now it needs to be better, because we got some people that left the marketing team right now at Microsoft, at Xbox, and hopefully now it is reformulated, it is much better, and hopefully we'll see something at Gamescom. But like, I'm just trying to be realistic. I really do not think we are going to be seeing something like ever wild.
I don't really.
They are going to wait for the next year. That's what I think.
I don't really think they need to announce anymore, do they? They've got a
many.
massive pipeline of games. What they need to do is release them and deliver on them. That's what they need to do.
They show so much. They show
but they can like Gamescom. It's been like 15 years since anything big was announced at Gamescom from like big publishers, platform holders. It's not a place that you typically announce games because the whole point is it's got massive footfall for people who are coming in and out. So it's a good place to attract people by getting them hands on.
Yeah.
So there's not really a place there. Tokyo Game Show, Xbox will never, ever, ever, ever be successful in Japan. That ship has sailed. It sailed the minute the Xbox launched. It's not a focus for them anymore. So the only other place is the Game Awards.
Yes.
Where they will definitely show something, and it might be one big announcement, but it's only one. It's only going to be 1-2 things at most. So, but I don't think. I mean, they've got lots of games. They've already they've released Hellblade 2. They've got Indiana Jones coming this year. Avowed, etc. They've got a pretty potentially stacked 25. They've got games for 26 that we could probably say are going to appear around that year as well. So I just don't think they need to do like they don't need to. The thing for Xbox is they just need to get more people buying in. Whether that's through console or Game Pass or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need to do.
But wouldn't that mean by showing more games?
Of course.
How are you going to show? Like they already had that showcase. They showed tons of them, like tons and tons of games. The vast majority of which come into Game Pass. Like, what else can they do?
They've got tons more studios. They could even, like you say, even if they just did 2 or 3 announcements of games that haven't been announced yet, and then Tokyo Game Show, let's see more Overdose, because we should be due to see that.
Yeah, but
that
Overdose isn't going to sell for Japanese audiences. It's just
I don't care about Japanese. I just need that game off Kojima.
Honestly, I think they are not going to be doing stuff like that because the big events, the big giant Xbox events where you would see this new awesome stuff to be announced and showed has passed, which is the showcase, and that's it. Unless they decide to we are now going to be doing my God, Bob. Unless they're going to be doing two showcases. You remember that cousin from the Addams Family right now?
Cousin it.
Yeah. My Lord.
Right, Fabio, say something nice. You've got to say something nice.
Do I need to say something? No, I don't have to say.
It looks like a potato with teeth.
Oh. Does that count? Is that something nice? I don't know anymore.
I think Alucard would like him as a victim, just saying.
Not Bob. I was on about the photo of Sentinel. Bob looks beautiful with his long hair.
Yeah, but you've got because like I say, the Sarah Bond did say that come this fall we're gonna. What was it? Was it the word in technological leap, or was it generational leap?
I think it's technological leap. It was technological,
right? Yeah. So I would assume whatever that's going to be is what we're going to see at Game Awards. Like we've got the Series X announced there, so I'm assuming maybe they're going to do something there where we're going to see the handheld or the Xbox Series P, where you don't have to go to the toilet anymore. You can just piss in a tray while you're playing it or something like that.
Upgrade your catheter.
Yeah, that's it. That's yeah.
That's what I live for, to be fair. I'm looking forward to the day when I can game while peeing.
I was gutted we didn't get the Pizza Hut console.
Yeah, I wanted to warm my.
Did you remember that?
Yeah.
No, that's KFC. No, Pizza Hut, where you had baked your own pizza in your console. They never served games because they'd fry everything, but
Can I before we move on, can I just give a shout out to the guy from Xbox marketing, because I didn't even know they did marketing. So that guy had the easiest job in the world because they just didn't bother. And he's left to go to Roblox, who I have never seen do an advert ever because they don't need to. That guy is just winning his career. Fantastic.
It's amazing, right?
He's gone from a company that doesn't care about marketing to a company that doesn't need to advertise or market. It's brilliant.
Living the high life.
The next one is he's going to Epic Games to work on Fortnite right now.
Yeah.
It's going to just be like that.
At least they put trailers out. If anything, that might be a bit stressful for him. He should just stay with Roblox now.
Oh my lord!
Do
Yeah,
you know
but
what?
like,
That's literally the best news Xbox could have had in it this week. The
Yeah.
head of marketing, not longer the head of marketing. It's
they
like,
started to leave.
because he's fucking shit. I mean, like,
It's funny because they were like, oh, people who've been here many years have left, top execs. It's like, oh, not again. You read in marketing. Oh, thank God. This is good news.
Yes. But other than that, like, would you guys think that at Gamescom we would see something Xbox Game Pass related, or like the Activision Blizzard games coming to Game Pass? Like, Jesus Christ.
One day.
Yeah. It's been weird because it's like when did the deal finalize? Was it October? November last year. So October they finalized the deal. They couldn't do anything until the deal was finalized, which they did. Yeah, fair enough. It's going to probably take a couple of months, a few months to try and get stuff in order to start getting these games out. But it's like we're now literally a few days from July. We're nearly the 7th month of the year, and the only game we've had is Diablo 4. It's like,
yes,
I could sort of understand if you were saying, right, we don't want to shove all the Call of Duties in because we've got a new Call of Duty coming out this year. Maybe pepper them in here, there, and everywhere. But you've got, and I know some probably IP, there's licensing issues, but there's a lot there that they own everything to. It's like, where are they? Why haven't you started peppering a few games out? Not everything in one go, but just a few games each month from the different studios. Do a studio a month of different games or a theme of different games. And it's like, there's just been nothing at all. And I can't understand why we still haven't seen anything but Diablo 4. I just don't get it. When would you announce it now? Showcase would have been the best one. One more thing, boom, you get Gears of War 8 or whatever it's called. And then it's like, and one other thing, and then a big Game Pass reel. Boom, 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 boom. This coming this month. Boom, 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 boom. This coming this month, and this coming this month, and this coming. You could have literally advertised Game Pass from Activision Blizzard for the rest of the year, just to show people what's coming. Where do you put it? What do you do?
I mean, we're not getting it. It's not coming. If they hadn't come after like this long, we ain't getting it. They're just taking piss out of us.
It's just really bizarre the fact that, like, when you compare the Activision Blizzard deal and the Bethesda acquisition as well, like, they are not just different in terms of, like, of the scope of the thing, but like when you put into consideration what Microsoft did the moments that Bethesda got acquired, like, it's so different from what they are doing right now. Because the moment Bethesda was acquired, they announced on Twitter, we've analyzed the deal, they made the round table, and at that round table, they said, we are putting everything on Game Pass. Here's 20 games of the Bethesda studios for you to play across, and that's it. For Activision Blizzard, here's Diablo. And of course, there's the new Call of Duty. Like, it is a big thing. The next Call of Duty is they won on Game Pass, but like, what about the rest? They are not a publisher with only 2 games. Where's the rest?
They need to bring us Ultimate Spider-Man remake. That's not even a remake. Just re-release it. Ultimate Spider-Man on every. It can be cross-platform. I don't care, but there's so much they could do. So,
like, I'm not necessarily saying about like games from Spider-Man games or Transformers games. I'm literally talking about like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, the previous Call of Duty. No, like, because those are like what everyone thought. It is way more probable for it to be added, and they haven't done anything. What do you guys think?
I think that they're not going to show new games. We might get a couple of Game Pass announcements. Maybe a small indie sort of third party or first party they might announce. Not fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just going to be lots and lots and lots and lots of. I don't know why they need such a big show. No one's buying the consoles in Europe. I mean, like, there seems to be more consoles at Gamescom than in rest of Germany. Like, it's true. It's true. It's horrible to say, but Xbox is console-wise isn't selling in Germany. What they're not telling you is it's the biggest booth in Gamescom history, and they're all just Amazon Fire Sticks. They're not even taking consoles. Fire Sticks everywhere. Like,
Samsung smart TVs.
Yeah, that's it. Samsung smart TVs and Fire Sticks. But yeah, I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. But let's all just shout out and say, I called the Dead Rising remaster literally a couple of weeks back. Did I not say we were going to get? I wanted the Dead Rising.
You've been saying that for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
good.
That's how insiders work. You say you know something, and eventually you finally get one right, and everyone believes you. Yeah.
It's just like that guy. It's just like that guy saying that Indiana Jones is coming to PlayStation like right after the moment they said no, it is exclusive or something like that. Or the 100 people like Finberg himself is always doing that with me. Like he's saying Banjo-Kazooie is going to be there. Trust me. I'm like, no, Finberg, I'm not trusting you.
You need to change the name to Tom to be an insider, Ash.
What they should have done is they should have got that ukulele remaster on the Xbox showcase, shown it off, but not showing the characters like bit by bit by bit, and then just
no. It would be amazing. Like if they showed the little jingle from Banjo-Kazooie, the da 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 da, and the jiggle, the puzzle piece there, and then ukulele. Fuck it.
Nobody wants Banjo.
Yes.
I want
Banjo.
No, you don't. You think you want it. Like everyone thought they wanted GoldenEye when, oh yeah, GoldenEye, amazing game. Oh, it's best game ever. People played it for 10 minutes, went, this is shit. And then they realised the childhood was shit.
It's because it didn't have online multiplayer. That was the problem.
Have online
multiplayer. The multiplayer would be shit. Like
it's all shit.
GoldenEye has aged like a pint of milk Fabio's left out in the Brazilian summer for a month. It's green.
Biased because he has no friends.
Ghastly. No. 007 Nightfire multiplayer. Yes, give me that any day of week. Which is an Activision game. Just saying, Xbox, come on, bring us some James Bond. But GoldenEye has aged like a rancid turd. So is Perfect Dark. So have a lot of these games. It's people ask for these classic remasters, and we get them, and no fucker plays them for more than 5 minutes because they go, oh yeah, it's not that good, is it?
It was the worst game that the initiative are doing is Perfect Dark. I think that is a bad IP. Bad IP to start. There's so much more they could have gone with, and they went with an IP that nobody really liked. You go back and play them games. You'll play it for about 10 minutes and go.
Yeah, but they're not
at the time.
The same game.
At the time, they were great. That's what I mean. So both games, the first one was great. The second one, the multiplayer was great.
People went, actually, we don't want to play like a controller like this. We want to play with our hands normally.
And you'll start playing it and think, no, this is shit.
The Xbox 360 version with 72 players online, infection mode, was a thing of beauty.
It was.
That was peak multiplayer right there. Maybe we've gone backwards.
Zero.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
terrible.
That
was a
terrible campaign. But if you play it online, 72-player infection mode, some of the best multiplayer ever made.
Nah.
It can't be when the gunplay is as shit as it is.
I do enjoy
It's not my fault you guys have no culture, okay?
Nah, like I like retro, but like it's got like I say, do you know what else I played this week, Fabio? More Toy Story 2 on PlayStation because they fucking added PlayStation trophies to that bad boy as well. Like went back and added PlayStation trophies to PS1 games. Come on, Xbox, you're supposed to be the preservation machine, the thing for old games.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I can't get achievements on Psychonauts 1, but I can get trophies on Toy Story 2.
Did you stick your old disc into your PS5 and it played?
Oh no.
Oh, did you have to buy it again because they don't give a shit about you? Collection and your preservation. They make you buy it again.
It's because you can't use that argument because PlayStation was so far behind when it came to trophies and achievements. Xbox rolled out achievements with the launch of the 360 in 2005. So you're only talking about four-ish, almost 5 years of the original Xbox where there wasn't achievements. And how much have they actually brought from the original Xbox through back compat? It's just
don't matter. Do it.
The games that
do it.
The games that mattered to the community, not to just you, but the games that mattered to the community, like Halo 1 and 2, they're in the Master Chief Collection. They have achievements, and I don't know.
You'll be able to get the trophy soon for Master Chief Collection.
Let's just all admit, though, that trophies and achievements are pointless now because all of these shit-ass games that ruin them.
They're pointless anyway.
And the broken trophies and broken achievements.
I mean,
yeah, but
you
can't.
You literally are addicted to Red Like games all the time.
Hey, Red Like a Game send me games. I don't buy them. If they send me them to play, I'll play them.
It's like shooting up. It's like shooting up every week, throwing your needles on the floor, and then going, the drugs is really ruining this neighborhood. And then you're the one there doing it every week. Throwing your needles.
Him and Redders has got his list he prints out every week that he lies on his bed naked with a candle lit, and his petals of a rose speckled on his bed as he strokes the list and probably other things. But
look at his proudest achievements.
It took me 2 hours.
I've never got that though. There's people that won't play a game unless they can get all the achievements.
What the fuck?
So there's a game you might enjoy. Yeah. There's a game you look at thinking, I'd really enjoy playing that game, but them achievements look unachievable, so I'm not going to play it. It's like, what? Who cares? It's a counter. It's a counter that goes up on your screen that actually means nothing. Yeah. Doesn't mean you're a gamer, not a gamer.
If your gamer score linked into rewards or something like that, or
it does. It kind of does. No, you get reward points for if you get an achievement on Game Pass games. Yes.
Oh, that one achievement point. You have to get 100,000 achievements for.
Hey, don't get me started on.
What do you have?
They removed. I'm pissed. I'm pissed about the Game Pass reward system because they removed specific game rewards.
Yes, they did.
It is generic. You played a Game Pass game today. You got an achievement in a Game Pass game today. You've gotten 3 achievements in the past week. What happened to? That's what drove people to actually play. Well, not everybody, but it drove a lot of people to try games that they hadn't tried before because there was a game-specific achievement to go in and play 20 minutes of this game, or just start this game up. And now those are gone, and that was stupid. Mm-hmm. But those were always be noticed.
Well, but you can get
skewing Game Pass. It's probably because it was skewing Game Pass numbers because everyone had just switched a game on, leave it on menu for 20 minutes, and switch off.
No, it was because they were losing money. Because if you notice the game specific Game Pass achievements were always the largest ones. You got small little pennies for doing the generic stuff, like logging in, playing a Game Pass game. But if you played a game, you've got sometimes 50 points for just starting that game up.
I'm glad that at least they did not get rid of those weekly and monthly reward points where you get 500 or 1,000 points for doing a series of stuff.
Yeah, and other than
that, the only other ways you can get more reward points are using that Microsoft Starts app, phone app, and using Bing for doing searches instead of Google.
Do that.
Me too. They disabled Bing on the console now, haven't they? They don't give you the points for it.
No, but you don't necessarily have to use it on the console. You can use it on your cell phone or your PC. You don't necessarily have to do it on console.
Your reward points have a goal. They accumulate to buying games, getting gift cards, Game Pass, whatever.
Yes, they're going to be all linked to your account.
But the achievement points are pointless. It's like my son. He was on about late last year about we'll play some games together because he lives in Northern Ireland now. I'm here in England. It's we'll play some games together. And he said to me, yeah, we will, but it's got to be something I can get achievements in. So I can only play games with him that he can get achievements in, otherwise he won't play. It's
Great.
What he's saying is he just don't want to play with you. That's his excuse.
Don't say that. That's mean. Don't say that. That's mean.
But true.
Well,
don't matter.
Sad but true.
Lie to me.
Great, amazing. We're getting into such a good mood that we're having right now here. And speaking of shitty, speaking of shitty moods and speaking of Mad Booty, I don't know why I decided to do that link for some reason. He decided to talk about the Tango closure because people decided to ask him what the fuck was going on there at Xbox. And basically what he said, to sum up everything,
Did you read the interview?
I read, but I don't remember every single detail.
That means you didn't read it.
I did read it, but like I'm not going to say his quotes exactly. He basically blames the leadership, the lack of leadership on Tango Gameworks. So basically, he's saying Shinji Mikami left the studio, so we don't have to care about fucking having a Japanese studio anymore. Basically, that was it.
Well,
I think he left.
It's like you lost Shinji Mikami.
Yeah, and I think the guy who headed up Hi-Fi Rush also moved on, didn't he, just before his shift?
No, it's bollocks. It's total. Matt Booty's stuff is bollocks because.
Well, it normally is.
Yeah, well.
Wait, you leave the booty alone.
John Johannes did Hi-Fi Rush. He directed it, and he directed The Evil Within 2. Yes. So for Booty to say, well, it's because, Shinji Mikami left when he wasn't even the director on the prior 2 games of Tango Gameworks is total nonsense.
I mean,
in fact, the whole point of Mikami, the why he came off directing projects after The Evil Within was so that he could help future generations within the studio become game directors and become, advance the studio in that way. So I just think it's total nonsense.
Yes.
Why do you think he closed it, Luke?
I think they closed it because they wanted to. Pretty simply, it's Xbox. They wanted to increase their profit margins. They had to make some cuts. And they just looked and said, "Well, Tango,
company.
Yeah, Tango aren't making games at the minute. They don't have a project in development. Their last project was not commercially successful. Neither really was the project before that or the project before that. So they're an easy one to just chop off. I think that's it. But I think it's just bollocks when he talks about leadership because clearly that's not the case.
But it's like they kept going on about how they wanted to get a foothold in Japan,
finally had one.
And they had it. They had Tango Gameworks. They were literally bought a studio there, had all the access and stuff like that, and they just got rid of it.
They decided to say, you know what, fuck it. So I'm really curious of how shitty the Tokyo Game Show is going to be for Xbox if they decided to show up. Because honestly, if they show up and Phil Spencer started saying Japan is a really important market for us, of which we want to explore more and more, and no, it isn't. You decided to shut down your only Japanese studio there. And you see how proud they were before, saying during another Tokyo Game Show that happened, I think in 2021 or something like that, where Phil Spencer and Shinji Mikami had a really nice talk about the future of the studio and the future of gaming through the Japanese market and that stuff. You see Xbox describing that video saying, here's Phil Spencer talking with Shinji Mikami, the studio director of Tango Gameworks, Xbox's first Japanese studio.
I know studios get closed all the time, but that studio closure to me was just the worst decision they made, especially when you think Hi-Fi Rush come out. It might not have sold loads and what have you, great. But it was talked about. It put your brand awareness and the brand. They got people excited for Xbox again, and it actually has Xbox fans talking about, "Oh, we got this game and it's great." And there was good vibes about Xbox again, and it was kind of helping build up that momentum going into this year. And then all of a sudden, they're doing interviews talking about how great the reception is, how much the fans love it, and that. And then the next year, it's like, "Oh, I can't wait to see the next thing they work on." No, we're getting rid of them. We're binning them off.
Now that you mentioned that, that's actually one of the reasons that that not really publicized too much, but that's one of the reasons why they shut the studio down, is because all the studio wanted to do was work on a Hi-Fi Rush 2.
I want a Hi-Fi Rush 2 so
And
bad.
I think that's kind of, that's very subjective, because they have studios that are allowed to only work on apparently one kind of game. Undead Labs. I hate to bring them up because I love Undead Labs, and I love State of Decay and State of Decay 2, but they're allowed to only work on State of Decay 3. That's the only thing they're going to do. So if Tango only wants to do Hi-Fi Rush 2 with as big of a success as the first one was, then why not just let them do it?
Give us number 2, you cowards. Give us number 2.
No, what you need to do, you've got to Cardiff or wherever it was. Not Cardiff.
That picture's crazy.
That's Scotland.
That's Ginner protesting outside.
Saying we want Hi-Fi Rush.
Microsoft headquarters. Give us Hi-Fi Rush 2. Give us Hi-Fi Rush 2.
Bring out your booty.
Yeah. Like, he was wearing the exact same pants he was wearing at that business update.
See the
oh
stitching.
my, you're going to be paying attention to his crotch again. So we're telling us.
Hey, he's a gifted guy. What can you say?
And his name is Matt Booty, right? That's
They start to get tighter and tighter, those jeans, when he talks about studio closures.
You see his legs straighten out over the interview.
Oh, I went there. Don't you worry, I delivered it in person. But no, I think it's a shame. They were two of my favorite games of this generation, Ghostwire Tokyo and Hi-Fi Rush. They were just doing something different. Buy them? I did, yeah, on GamePass.
I own Hi-Fi,
and then
I'm
on GamePass.
How did they do commercially?
Like
shit.
They did so well, right? They did so fucking well. They released it on multiple consoles and then went, nah, it's not worth this shit.
I can't believe they didn't put it on Switch.
They released it on multiple consoles because after they released it on the PlayStation, that studio was acquired by Xbox, so it became a first party.
Ah, but Hi-Fi Rush didn't have to go to PlayStation. They did that. Please give us some money before we shut these fuckers down.
Give us a reason.
Give us no reason to not shut them down, please.
Yeah. Well, at least PlayStation, Jim Ryan turned up to the studio with cake before he shut them down.
The day before.
Xbox didn't even have the guts to do that.
They had a pizza party. They did have a pizza party. I just want to put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the games made sense. The 4 that went over, Sea of Thieves, make total sense. Massive online game, cult following. Grounded made sense. Good community game. Up there with like Minecraft as far as crafting and everything goes and exploration. That made sense. Pentiment, I didn't really care about Pentiment. But Hi-Fi Rush doesn't make any sense other than hey, let's put this over here before we tell everybody we're closing the studio.
So the comments on Hi-Fi Rush, right? Aaron Greenwood, Phil Spencer, and Sarah Bond after the game release said it hit all, because people were saying it hadn't sold much in the months afterwards. They said it hit all of the metrics and the targets they expect from the game. They want smaller creative games from their studios. The day after they closed the studio, Matt Booty said, "We need smaller games that give us prestige and awards." Like the studio just closed yesterday was doing. This is the day after.
Matt only sold 10 copies.
Yeah, get Jason Schreier
10 great copies.
Yeah, but the difference is, right? This is me, right? I don't like batting like this though, but right. Tango Gameworks, Hi-Fi Rush, small game, didn't do great, but got decent stuff. Obsidian, Pentiment, Grounded, Avowed, something else. Small games may not go massive, but they still pump out more than one fucking game. Where's the other games? I mean, I'm honestly surprised. Unless Double Fine have got some banger of a game coming out, they'll be next. Because, like, Double Fine, though, used to pump out loads of little games. Remember that year where they pumped out, like, 4 360 arcade games? Why can't they do that? Let's go. Get Double Fine into little quick games.
But I think that's because like they were being the publisher and not the developer of this stuff.
No, that was they
were being the developer. No, it's because like some games they were actually being just publishers, so.
But still, like I feel like that's one thing that goes against Tango. They had Hi-Fi Rush and fuck all else at the moment.
But
obviously there was stuff in early development. Yeah. Oh, that's the question. That is what the question we need to ask. Why are they doing it like that?
Yeah, because like I mean, it just for the future it causes problems. Well, not problems, but questions about what they'll do. Like, look at Ninja Theory. It took them 6 years to do Hellblade 2. It's critically pretty successful. Commercially, it clearly hasn't done very well. What does that mean for the future of that studio?
They have all the difference with them though is they have the motion capture studio and everything. Admittedly, you can shut them down.
Built a brand new studio,
didn't they? Yeah. You could just give it a playground show or something.
But like that is a plus for them. Like, yeah, you're gonna still pay for that studio, so you may as well have them tinkering in corner doing something.
And they're building free games, so they've already said that they've just finished Hellblade. They've got Project Mara, and there's another one they said that they're working on.
You never know. You never know. They might have had a meeting with Tango, and they went, right, what are you doing next? Show us what you've got. And they went, here's what we're making. They went, that's wank. That's wank. That's really wank. And they went, well, I'd rather again though. They should just come out and went, we looked at what they were doing. They did a shit job, so we fired their asses.
It's crazy though. I say how good it was.
Honestly, I don't agree. I think it was, of course, a pretty stupid decision. But if we knew more, maybe we could understand a little bit. But like, I just cannot understand. Like, why didn't you then do something like they did with Toys for Bob, where they just you want to become indie, just go and that's it. Instead
maybe they did.
Like. And they decided, no, we prefer to get shut down. Is that what you're telling me?
But they might not have had anyone to fund it. Like, they may have not had people who were higher up in the studio fighting for it. This is the thing we don't know.
We want to come back.
Yeah.
So apparently, Hi-Fi Rush sold just short of 3 million copies. VGC announced recently. Nearly 1 million of them were on Steam as well.
I find that hard to believe.
That's Stellar Blade levels of success. That's just on Steam.
That's bigger than Stellar Blade, actually.
3 times bigger.
So, but even still, even just on the Steam numbers, 1 million.
I'm just.
How much does it cost to make Hi-Fi Rush?
What metrics were Aaron Greenberg expecting for it to be of units? So we were expecting for it to sell 20 copies. It's sold 21. There we go. Like, my God.
At the end of the day, it like Fabio said and Ash alluded to, there is stuff that we probably, because everybody in the industry, other than Microsoft and all the people in the community, we all say this makes no sense. So that tells me there is something behind the scenes, and these companies aren't going to air their dirty laundry. They either went into Tango, like Ash said, and they said, what do you got going for us? And they were stone set against making a Hi-Fi Rush 2, and they were like, we really would like you to branch. And then maybe somebody's, no, we're going to do this. We really will look at all the work we've already done. And they were like,
I think it's
if you're not going to take our lead, we're just going to shut you down.
I think it's a bit like Luke said as well. There needs to be, especially after the Call of Duty and the Activision purchase, cost cutting. That's why they're releasing games on other platforms. A few studios had to close to try and get a good quarter. And if they've got nothing in the pipeline, and like Ash said, everything they're showing looks shit, why are you going to keep funding that studio?
Well, there's a lot of that money that was flowing freely though. 3 years ago, there was lots of funding available. There was lots of everything was cheaper to make. There was this fucking interest rate hikes and Brexit and everything and all that shit wasn't affecting all these different countries. There wasn't a war in Ukraine affecting fuel and stuff. So there was a lot of money. Look at Embracer. Embracer explains a lot of this though. There was that boom where Embracer bought everything. They've now can't buy anything and have had to sell or shut pretty much most of their stuff. Yeah. So the money that was freely going for console companies, like when they purchased Activision, when they said they were purchasing Activision, it was a much better deal than when they finally got it. And I bet probably halfway through they went, "Oh, this is going to be a bit pricey when we get this. We're going to have to trim some fat," because like the economy changed, didn't it, overnight in some places?
Yeah,
so
like, it's just a bit bizarre. Like Gina, you did mention about like Xbox putting their games on PlayStation and other consoles, but when you take into consideration what PlayStation is doing right now, like nobody expected for PlayStation to start releasing more and more of their first party games on day one on PC. Like you remember when we saw like the first Spider-Man game and Insomniac was saying it will never go to PC and Xbox because this is a Sony first party exclusive. Well, all of a sudden most of their stuff is coming to PC.
No.
I think they only said
Not straight
Xbox.
away.
No, they
Yeah.
said PC as well. They said PC as
First
well.
party games, they
Mhm.
said about 12 months later, PlayStation give PC players the scraps off the table. It's like
And
PC
yeah,
players
and
are
yes,
dogs
and
at the
yes,
side of the
yes,
table
they
getting the
the
scraps off PlayStation.
changes nothing. They are still going to other platforms. The same way as like they are now putting a first party game which is being co-developed by Guerrilla on the Nintendo Switch with the Lego Horizon game.
When's Concord launched on PC?
Day one.
I think they won.
Day one, you
Yeah,
say?
no.
I thought it was
Live
12
service.
months. And...
Live
Well,
service. No, you
some
Live
asterisks
service.
coming out now, isn't there?
Concord's just that's crap. I honestly
That scraps off
I think
PlayStation.
Concord's a mistake. That is going to cost PlayStation a lot of money, and it's a mistake. That game is a mistake. If they turn that into, because when you saw that opening cinematic, if they announced like this single player game that was like Guardians of the Galaxy type, it would have done fine. But the fact that it's this Overwatch 2 clone, it's just like that they're charging for.
and
It's just like
the same
it's going to be
showcase.
bad.
And at the same showcase, they show another Overwatch clone, but with
See,
Marvel characters.
This
that
is why Jim Ryan should have still been in charge. If Jim Ryan was there, things would be better.
I think more of this stuff is going to have to come to PC because the console market's not growing, and investors want more money every year, so they have to find a way to get more money.
I think that eventually this is what needs to happen. Like you are not going to be seeing much of games that are going to be only on one piece of hardware. They are going to expand so they can get more money, because otherwise the console itself is not going to survive.
The comments and the sentiments from BMG on Concord, I'm pretty sure that everybody was saying the same thing about Helldivers 2 before it hit Steam.
See, Helldivers 2, I was there for when the first game launched.
You were excited for Helldivers.
First game, I love Helldivers 2, still do. And it was the best thing they did was launch that day and date. Helldivers 1, even now, Helldivers 1 community is still
strong,
packed. It's still good. It's so strong. It's really good.
Helldivers
2.
You're not saying
Helldivers 1. Helldivers
okay.
1. The community is still strong. It's still going. They're still updating. It's just the way they've done it, the way the Helldivers have done it, because they are an independent studio. Helldivers is the IP is owned by PlayStation, developed by third party, so it's like a second party IP. But the way they do it, the way they update, the way they've done the live service is so good. It's literally new events happening. Oh, you go every week, you go and defeat this, you'll unlock this, unlock that. But it's community driven to work together. So not one individual person unlocks something. Everyone has to work together. If everyone doesn't work together, the things are unlocked and a different outcome happens. They have what they call, is it a dungeon master, so to speak, that oversees stuff, adds things, change things. Luke knows what I mean, because Luke plays it as well. The way they update it and change it dynamically, the things that they add, the things you unlock, it's just that the way they do that is a live service game done right. Is Helldivers 2. It really is.
The only thing that bothered me about Helldivers 2, and I've put in my fair share of hours on Steam, is it's like your character doesn't really have a personality. The game has a personality for your guy. I mean, he's just encompassing that personality. What struck me about Concord is they gave that personality, and that's the best part of Guardians of the Galaxy that I like was everybody's individual personalities and the characters. And if they can mesh those two things, Concord might not be a mistake. If it does come out and play just like a clone of another game, then yeah.
It could charging for.
Yeah,
they will be charging for. That's bizarre.
Yeah, but thing is with Helldivers 2, the whole point of it is you are a nobody super citizen grunt that you're going to die multiple times, and then you've got a new grunt and then a new grunt. That's like kind of the thing they've carried over from the first game. That's kind of like the comedy of it. It's like you mean nothing. You're just there for cannon fodder.
I had some great fun playing with you and Luke. It's such a fun game.
It is. We had. Was it a clip? Yeah. I thought you've just brought it back to me. You bastard.
Shooting you in the head and leaving you behind so you didn't get the reward points. Oh,
yeah.
One of my best moments.
We're in the extraction. I'm sat in the helicopter. Before Jinna jumps in, what does he do? He fucking kills me. So everyone takes off. I lay there dead. I got none of the rewards at the end. Fucking fuming. Funny, it was hilarious, but I was like, you bastard. You did this to me. But it was funny. Some good comical moments. But that's the idea of the game. It's not about an individual character having personality or anything like that. It's about running into loads of bugs and robots and getting, while you're trying to take some out, getting blown into about 1,000 pieces as well. That's kind of the thing they were going for and the thing they went for in the first game. So they've just sort of carried that on, and it makes sense with the overall sort of story or mythology, if you will, of Helldivers.
Well, but thanks, Bob. But other
some breaking news for you all. The very popular, not controversial streaming platform Kick has said it has no plans to preemptively ban Dr. Disrespect. So I wonder where he'll be going soon if he gets banned off YouTube.
Great.
Do you not have to display your age for Kick, I'm assuming? You can talk to underage children.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. No, it's not allegedly now, because he posted on Twitter.
He did say
it's not allegedly anymore. He admitted to talking to a 17-year-old. It's like in America, obviously the class is a minor.
He didn't say 17. He just said minor.
He said 17. He said 17-year-old.
Did he? The ones I read, he just said a minor.
He said minor.
Did he say minor? I'll take it. But
it's the same thing. I mean,
it's same thing.
Semantics.
But yet in the UK, it would have been legal because 16 is legal.
You said that with such pride.
Right. So it depends what you do in the UK. Like, you can bang in the UK, but you can't talk dirty on text, because that's how stupid the UK law is. If they're 16, they can have a shag, but you can't talk about the shag in a text.
You can't watch videos of people having sex, but you can have sex.
Yes. You can't even sext people, but you can do the sex, because you can tell our laws are written by.
And you can't do it in the bum until you're a little bit older. Is that still the law? They changed that? It used to be, you weren't allowed to.
I'm not Googling what age is it to do it up the
bum. Ash, give us a Google. Share your screen.
Show all his other stuff.
Hang on. Let me get me stab vest on and my mullet and stuff. Hang on.
I see Ash getting a knock at the door in a few minutes. Yes. Were you just searching for this?
The back door, they'll be knocking, obviously.
You'll know, DMG. What's backdoor age in UK?
It depends if they have a bag on the head or not. Hang on, let me go and ask the wife.
Well, okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think this was a really good episode. What do you guys want to talk about? There would be some other stuff for us to talk about here, like, for example, where Ubisoft if humour just decided to say that there's going to be multiple remakes coming, and like everyone from previous games, like so Assassin's Creed, of course, is going to be there. And probably they were really disappointed with Skull and Bones. I wonder why. And they decided to, we're going to be making the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake.
To be fair, they only stuck with Skull and Bones because they were legally obliged to.
The Singapore government, right?
The Singapore government were like, you owe us a game. And they're like, well, we've already done this one. Let's release it.
Mm-hmm. And some other really like some really small stuff that just happened, but there's no need for us to necessarily talk about that because they are really short. It's going to be just small talk, but we can finish the show with a little game that BMG invented, which is called Playing 20 Questions.
I didn't invent it. I stole it from IGN.
Shh, you didn't invent it. You didn't invent it. Okay, now
you're done. Is that where we're at? We're at 20 questions.
Let's go. 20 questions. BMG, what is 20 questions for everyone that never played?
20 questions that we play when we didn't have Redders on because Redders couldn't stand the game. His problem, not ours. But the idea of 20 questions is I have a game, the panel have 20 questions, the last question being the guess. To guess what game it is, I can only answer yes or no. We always pick something that's more console. We don't pick anything handheld or PC because we'll be here forever. So it's something that everyone's heard of. Chat, help the panel out, ask some questions. Don't do what you do every single time, even though every single time we tell you not to do it, you still do it, just shouting out, "Oh, is it Lego Indiana Jones?" No, we want questions, not just games, because if you guess the game and it's wrong, you lose. So with that, let the questioning begin. Oh shit, have I got a game?
Is it Donkey Kong?
You don't even have a game.
No, I've got it. I had to think that, shit, I don't even think I had one. But yeah, I do.
It's a great start, that.
Does the main character does the main character wield a sword?
No.
Right, it could still be Donkey Kong. I'm sticking with that. Does the main character wear a red tie?
No.
I'm out.
Okay. So is the game exclusive to a specific platform?
No.
No. Okay. So we're going to be here forever. Great.
Is the game a first-person shooter?
It's first person, and there is shooting sometimes.
Okay.
Did it come out on 360 Gen forward? So 360, Xbox One,
yes,
and other platforms of those times. There you go.
Is it developed by EA?
No. That's 6.
Right.
Oh, by the way, just to point out, you're not allowed to use your mobiles, PCs, or anything to work out what the game is.
Look, why do you ask? I missed your question there.
I asked, is it a first-person shooter? To which the answer was
no.
Sort of.
Is there?
Yes,
sort of? Okay,
there is shooting, but
is there currently another reiteration of that IP being made right now?
In the same universe, there has been a recent one. I'll give you that. But in the universe, not of this particular game.
Alan Wake 2.
No, God damn it! Don't do that. We still have many questions.
It's first.
If we guess that wrong, we're fucked.
So in the universe, a game has recently come out, but not of this particular game. Not a sequel to this particular game.
It's a first person.
Sometimes shooter.
Sometimes first person.
Sometimes shooter. So,
you don't
they're
just use
shooting,
guns
like
or
his-
gun things.
No. Like his answer is you motherfucker. Like they're shooting, but it's not an FPS. So like, Jesus Christ.
Your main focus of this game wouldn't be shooting.
So it's a multi-plat first-person game,
Uh-huh.
but it's not focused on shooting all the time. It's had a game in the universe recently, but it's not a sequel to it.
Mm-hmm. And it came out from the 360 PS3 generation onwards.
And by the way, important info: the main character does not wear a red tie and does not wield a sword.
That's really narrowed it down. That
That's
stuff.
really important, everybody.
Did it release on PS4 and Xbox One?
Are you sure you want to ask that? Because Ash asked if it came out at 360 PS3
Yeah, I know,
generation, and I said yes.
but I want to narrow it down because that encompasses
So much.
Yeah.
He's going to give you a wishy-washy answer.
Did it release on PS4 or Xbox One?
Yes.
Did it release for the? Okay, fine.
Is it backwards compatible on the PS4, Xbox One?
Yes, you can play it on that gen and current gen. You can play it up to now.
Backwards.
Backwards compat.
An old semi-shooter that's had a
Genre?
recent entry.
Okay, so how many questions you got?
You've got 11. Well, you've got 10 questions and a guess.
The recent entry, is it a prequel or a brand new story set in the same universe? Like different characters, etc.?
It's different characters. Whether you would say it's a prequel or a sequel, it's a whole different. The game that's recently come out is completely a different perspective and everything of the game we're playing. It's different characters.
Oh!
That's 10.
Is it based on a movie or a movie series?
Yes.
It's called. It's got fucking black aliens in it, but I can't remember what it's called. That one where you hide in closets and shit, and they pop out here and go.
What game is that? What?
Oh, did it? Did that come out on 360? I don't know.
You're not about Isolation, are you?
Yeah, did that come out on 360?
No, wait. No, wait.
No.
like black aliens which go.
Does the game contain xenomorphs?
Yes.
There we go.
But it can't be. It can't.
It
That
didn't
didn't come out on
yeah.
360.
It came out
That came out
on
on the Xbox One.
PS4.
It came on the PS4 and Xbox One. That game. No. Wait. There's.
Did you mean AVP?
Colonial Marines.
It can be that shitty game.
It does. All right then.
But that was a first-person shooter.
Right.
I don't know anymore.
BMG. Was this game? Hang on. Did it have two campaigns where you played as an alien and a predator in it?
No.
So it's not Alien versus Predator. If this is Alien Isolation, he's fucking lying to us.
Yeah, he is a fucking lying to us. Wait. Colonial Marines, I don't think it's available through backwards compatibility. This would be something else.
Yeah, literally, Alien versus Predator is the only Alien game.
Are you sure Isolation wasn't back on 360 and PS3? It is an old game.
I guess it
Don't Google it. You can't Google it. Don't
Ash
cheat.
definitely isn't Googling it. Look at that face.
One of them's Googling it. The fucking cheating bastards.
Just guess.
Google.
I just can't remember
Fimber coming in
playing
a bit late.
Like seeing it on those platforms, like.
Anyways, were you
slightly isolated in this game?
Yes.
It is.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Alien
Well,
Isolation.
it must be that then, yeah.
Yeah.
But you are lying.
Are you guessing?
Yeah, we'll guess
Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Super
Alien
Mario Sunshine.
Isolation. It released in 2014. Did Alien Isolation?
But it
Question.
released also on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, not as backwards compatible.
That's not what he asked. He asked if it released on the PS4, Xbox One. It didn't release on them. It released on the feed. No, it was backwards compatibility.
No,
it wasn't.
Don't matter. Either way, it came out. Either way, it came out on PS3, Xbox 360.
God, it must look atrocious on PS3 and 360.
Oh, it will do. I think if you play it now on the Xbox Series X, it has the auto HDR.
Yeah, but that's the Xbox One version.
Yeah,
not the
not the
PS3
separate.
I picked an easy one. For you. The most recent game was Alien's Descent.
No,
That's
yeah.
That was the most recent game. Yeah.
When you said it was quite different.
I went easy.
Okay,
I could have gone for hard mode, but I didn't.
Okay, so especially because it is the 105th episode of the XBL Party Podcast, which I think we're done, everybody. I think this is the final thing we were going to be doing on the episode. My lord. Thank you so much for everyone that watched. Thank you, everyone, for being commenting on the live chats here. Thank you so much for everyone that is also watching us on Twitter, maybe Twitch, or that's going to be watching this video in the future. Do make sure to like, subscribe, and share this to everyone. And people, just before we say goodbye, just let me ask you, like, Mr. Luke Steele, where can people find you?
Yeah, just find me on Twitter, X, whatever, at LukeSteele90.
Awesome. Where can people find you, Mr. KY Bob?
Every platform, KY Bob, Twitter, Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, YouTube.
On store shelves.
Yeah, store shelves. Usually in
Toys
the
for Bob. He's the mascot for KY Jelly, of course. We need to.
I host a little podcast called Game Set Live. It is actually in 1 hour and 10 minutes on YouTube. And Fabio helps. I try to wrangle in the panelists, but Fabio gets them all amped up and they start jumping around like a bunch of little monkeys, and it's hard to control. So yeah, it was a lot of fun being here. Blast from the past, guys. I think I was a panelist from episode somewhere in the teens to like episode 56, which adds up, because if this is episode 150 and I'm on episode 94 of mine, which I started after I left XBL Party Podcast, yeah, that the math adds up.
Yes,
long time.
And Mr. Gina, where can people find you?
Just on X. Yeah, the Gina.
No Xbox.
Outside the Hydro.
Oh yeah.
You can also find me in all good bookshops.
You've had a teeth job since then, haven't you?
Well,
yeah.
He felt a
and
bit. He just felt like it wasn't flattering, so he changed it up. Like, he's had a bit.
I've grown about a foot as well. I've had shin extensions.
He's had some filler in his cheeks. Look, he's sprayed up his roses up a bit.
Yeah,
but
they've done a bang
braid my
job.
beard on.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
amazing. So yeah, everybody, once again, thank you to all our guests for being here. This was a blast. Thank you so much for everyone that watched it, and we'll see you later on maybe another stream, another video, or another XBL Party Podcast. See you guys later. Bye bye.
Hail Satan!
Of course you're going to do that.